What is up, team? Chuck with Traders War Room, and I'm back at you with another video. Listen, this is your midweek SITREP, and I got a fantastic video for you, jam-packed, stocks, news, everything. But what I need you to do right now is hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I need you to come along with us on the journey. Check the description tab out. Tons of tools and tidbits to make you a more successful trader right there at your fingertips. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with us, then all I got to say to you is follow me. Let's go to war together. Traders War Room legal disclaimer. We want to remind you this is not financial advice. All the content is for entertainment and education purposes only. You're responsible for every decision you make. We want you to have fun, use caution, and always go to war. Come check out traderswarroom.com, the true one-stop shop, man. All of our products and services are right there at your fingertips. Check us out today. We're constantly redoing this, updating, and making this a very professional site for everyone. So come check us out today. Don't forget to subscribe to our Discord, man. I'm telling you guys, the one-stop shop. We got the real-time buy and sell alerts, options, stocks, futures, crypto, forex, you name it, we talk about it. We're doing live trading over there, Zoom classes, one-on-one mentorship. We got free and paid services. Guys, truly something for everyone over there and a fantastic community. Check us out today. You won't be disappointed. Don't forget, in the description in the YouTube video, check that out because all the links are right there. Click button, go to whatever you want to, and we got tons of resources right there for you. And listen, guys, don't believe us, but believe our troops. Check to see what the members of TWR are saying about us. Like I said, guys, right here, the proof is in the pudding. Come check us out today and you won't be disappointed. And listen, if you are disappointed, you contact me directly because I want to fix whatever made you disappointed so that we don't continue making other people disappointed on the same stuff, man. We're for real over here. We're doing it, and we want you guys part of the journey. Stay with us till the end of the video, and we're going to go over the upcoming classes and the promotions that we have at TWR and what to look forward to. Let's get into the TWR Buzz Report, what's hot and what's not in the stock market. Here's how your market's closed. Finally, man, we got a green day, man. It was blood in the streets for a while, but we finished on a good note. Kind of a little sellout at the end of the bell, but that's okay, man. We got high hopes for coming in tomorrow. Another representation of the overall marketplace. Energy, of course, has been on a roll here in the past, week and a few days. So it had a cool down period today, but everything else pretty much green across the board. Sector performance, energy, your top loser, and technology, your top winner, with financials coming in a close second. Pay attention to financials because it has been beat up and it's due for a definite rebound. And I like financials moving in, closing out this week and moving into next week. Here's your total premiums, calls versus puts. SPY, kind of 50-50, a little edge towards the bear side. Rio, got a lot of bulls coming in there. We got triple Q, got some red. Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, and gold, Microsoft. Man, a lot of killer juggernaut companies coming in on the green side. So we're paying attention to this, and we're hoping for the bull run closing out this week strong. Here's your futures, about 50-50. And remember, these are just glimpses into what could be, not what will be. These are just to get a plan in motion so that you can be prepared for the next day when the bell rings. Top ticker, and we're going to talk about some of these when we get into the stocks and the charts, but Amazon on there, Crowd's on there, we got NIO on there, and a couple other ones that we're going to pay attention to some of the charts. But definitely, when we see these trending stocks, these are telling us where the money's kind of flowing into, where the sentiment's at. And so we need to pay attention because these can make us money both on the rise up and the fall down. So definitely noteworthy right here. Top news, Wall Street regulator proposes listed companies spell out cyber breaches within 4 days. Wall Street Watching voted to unveil a rule on Wednesday that aims to enhance how public companies disclose when they experience a breach and how soon. Definitely paying attention to this because the cyber warfare has been hitting hardcore, man. There's tons of news articles and flow, and this is on a lot of people's minds as we go further into the cyberspace being like the number one way of communicating. We got to pay attention to how do we secure that, and some companies are going to do better than others, and we're paying attention to them. We even got a few of them in the stock part of this that we're going to go over. I like this one. The U.S. FAA finalizes Boeing 777 safety directives after fan blade failures. So the Federal Aviation said Wednesday it is finalizing 3 safety directives for some grounded Boeing 777 planes with Pratt & Whitney 4000 engines that will allow them to return to service. So good news for Boeing. We're paying attention to this. It could see a little bit of bounce in that stock that's been kind of beat down here recently. And huge news, Amazon announces that 20-for-1 stock split, $10 billion share buyback. So Amazon said Wednesday its board approved the 20-to-1 split of the e-commerce giant's common stock and authorized a $10 billion buyback plan, sending the company's shares soaring 7% in extended trading. Now, we're real quick, and I'm not going to go into detail on this, but a 20-for-1 stock split. So basically, the stock's usually going to bounce up and try to get as rich as possible before the stock split happens. Then what happens is it's going to come down. So if you get one share of Amazon at whatever price it is, when it decides to finally formalize the split, that's going to come down to being 20 shares at the new price. So there's a lot of math that's involved with it, and there's a lot of ins and outs and things of that nature. But what you need to understand is that you buy one stock of Amazon right now, say $3,000, $4,000, then at the split, you're going to have 20 shares of Amazon at the new price, which could be, $100, $200, $300, $400, whatever the price is when it splits. So pay attention to that. Definitely a good opportunity. You saw what happened with Tesla shares when it split. It's like $1,500, $1,600. It split. Your shares were worth, $300, $400, and now Tesla's still floating around between, $800 and $1,000 and stuff like that. So definitely a good opportunity if you got the cash to go in and get yourself a share of Amazon, and then you come out on the other end with 20. You sit back, let Amazon do its thing. All right, enough boring news. Let's get into some stocks. And what are we watching, man? Let's take a look at some earnings that are upcoming and see if we get a plan in motion to finish out the week strong and see what we got going into next week in near term. And we thank Earnings Whisper for giving us the most anticipated earnings releases, okay? We're interested in Crowd, all right? Crowd reported after the bell today. We're interested in them tomorrow, see how they do. JD.com, going to go in before the bell tomorrow. We also like Blink coming in there, interested to see how that moves. Oracle and Ulta, those are the ones that really got my eye. There's a few other ones, but those are the ones I'm going to really pay attention to. And we're going to talk about some of the charts here in just a second. So let's cover SPY first, okay? SPY hit a very important level, all right? We're right there at that 50% Fabrizio line. Definitely a lot of consolidation going on there, a lot of bounces and things of that nature. I do think we can push up. If we can get a strong volume to the buy side, we can push up and we can see that 430. I would expect us to have a pullback once we approach and hit up that 430. But I do think that if we show a strong uptick, we can close strong for the week, and then we can start recovering some of the ground that we lost going in, ending last week and going into this week. So definitely paying attention to SPY as we move forward at the closing out this week. Amazon got everyone's attention, okay? Huge spike up, okay? That 20-for-1 split got people buzzing, all right? And normally what happens, like I was saying, when you got a juggernaut company like this that's looking to split, they're not splitting because they're in financial woes or anything like that. Basically, their stock is too rich, and they want to bring the stock price back down so other people can start getting invested into it as well. It's a very good move for longevity, and it gives us people that don't have the $3,000, $4,000 to buy shares of Amazon. It gives us an opportunity to go in, buy shares, and hold long term. So definitely interested to see what Amazon ends up at before the stock split happens. But right now we had a huge run. Pullback is normal, and I'm expecting it to probably do fairly well closing out the week. Crowd, man, boom, skyrockets, okay? And now we're up here at this Fabrizio line. Now, here's the deal with Crowd, okay? I would think that we probably would track up a little bit further, but in this current market, I think we went a little too much too soon, and I'd expect maybe a little bit of a push, but then I think people are going to profit take, and we're going to have a cool down moving into the closing out of this week. So definitely pay attention. I wouldn't go too heavy if you're a bull on this and you haven't got in. I wouldn't go too heavy on this right now. I would wait for it to hit that peak and maybe look to grab some puts short term to close out the week, and then eventually wait for the next run up to make that new high. Apple, man, I'm bullish on Apple, okay? We've been down for a long time. Enough's enough. Apple's on its way back up. I do like this area where we're at. I do think that we close above 164 tomorrow. I think we can even hit 165 by the end of the week. I like this. Bullish on Apple. I suggest calls Apple moving into the end of the week. I like NIO, where NIO's at currently. I am bullish on NIO. I think we push up a little bit higher. However, I'd be leery of a little bit of too much push. I wouldn't be chasing this one, okay? We just broke out of a recent here pattern and we broke out to the upside very strong. I do think we have a little bit of upside potential, but don't go super deep on this because this could definitely pull back, and I would hate for you guys to think it's going to skyrocket to $22 and then this thing just dumps into 19. So play this one by ear, see what it does in pre-market. If you see it looking good, then I wouldn't hesitate on pulling the trigger, going in light with some calls, maybe at the money or in the money as much as your portfolio can allow. But definitely, you need to be able to watch this, okay? This is not just a buy this at the open, see what it does throughout the day, and sell at the close. Don't do that, okay? So you got to pay attention to this one. This is one of those that you'd want to look at the 1 minute, 2 minute, even a 5 minute chart intraday and make sure that you're trading this actively. Told you we go over some cyber stocks. I like cyber, CYBR, okay? Right now, we're at the 50% Fabricio line. I like this for continuation. I think we push up a little bit further and we start going to the next level, okay? Kind of consolidating at this level. We push up a little bit. I think we closed the week strong on this particular ticker. Oracle, I told you guys I like Oracle. Now, the only thing about this is the downgrade that came from some high valued analysts. However, I still think this is good long term. Probably a slight pullback. I wouldn't be surprised if we dip a little bit below 76, but pushing into earnings, I believe that we go up and we try to make some new highs. I would be leery about holding this through earnings though, especially with those downgrades, but that could definitely give you an excellent opportunity because if they blow estimates out of the water, you could be in there for some cheap plays that make huge bank. Ulta. Ulta is popular, man. I don't think we push as high at like 385, but I do believe that they're going to do fairly well. Their store is always busy. Their online platform is immaculate. My daughter uses them. She's almost 13. My wife uses them. So I do like these guys going forward. I think this is a company that you can get behind, grab into it, and definitely make some money. And I wouldn't be too worried about holding this through earnings. However, like I said, earnings are very volatile right now, but this definitely has a huge potential to make record sales and growth. Another one of those security ones that I like, man, those cybersecurity is Cisco, okay, at this level right here. I've been waiting on Cisco to do its thing. I think we're going to finally break out of the pattern, closing out the week strong. I would not be surprised if this pushes with some good volume and some good sentiment in the marketplace. I got no issues with this pushing right past this current level where it's at and going up and testing that $57. In fact, that's what I'm banking on. I like Cisco moving forward. I'm a bull. My favorite semiconductor play on. I'm a bull on two. We're right at that 50% Fabricio line. I think we break through this current pattern on the uptrend, and I think that we go and we try to close out the week at $60 or at least test that level. So bull on. Let's get it. So Blink is interesting, okay, because we're up here at the top, all right? And I do think we got a little bit of upside, but I think Blink's going to pull back. I do think I'm a little bearish on Blink. I think we pull in, make some good money going into earnings, and I think they're going to pull back on earnings release. So I would be leery about going too long on this one. If you want to go long on it, I'd keep it at the money, in the money, and maybe push out a week just so that you can hold through earnings in case something spectacular happens. But I got a feeling we're going to make a run for it. We're going to push up, and then people are going to profit take, and we're going to push back pretty hard and probably test $24.50 and $24 areas. JD, I like JD. Depending on what they do with earnings, we'll find out in the morning. But I do like JD. I do think that they're going to pull back pretty hard at the bell. But if they have some good earnings and show future growth, I think if you catch it after the downward cascading effect and you look for the reversal, you'll be able to make some good money on the bottom. So I do like JD.com going forward. I think it's low right now. I think it's an attractive price for investors to get into it. And I do think their platform has a lot of promise moving in the future. All right, guys, so let's talk about some upcoming classes that we got. You can get all of your upcoming classes and the historical classes right at the website. Check the description tab. The links are right there, but let's see what we got going into this weekend and next weekend. All right, Sunday, 13 March at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, backed by popular demand. We got Pastor Prince, and he's going to teach you guys how to use multiple indicators for killer profits. Now, listen, there's 100 different types of indicators out there, but knowing which indicators to use and when, and which indicators work the best on which particular stocks and during which type of market conditions, that's the hard part. And Pastor's going to teach you guys how to do this. So if you struggle with that type of thing, or you want to learn how to use multiple indicators, then this class is for you. $15. Go to the website, register today, and I'll see you there. And then following that, on Sunday, 20 March at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have TWR, Avoiding Pitfalls. Now, listen, these are the boring classes, guys. I get it. But these are the classes that you probably really need to take, okay? Now, this is going to go over strategies to use before getting into a trade and during your trade, okay? And we got our seven-figure mentor going to walk you through the process that has made him a multi-millionaire over the past 35 years. And if you guys don't think that that is valuable information, then I don't know what valuable information is, and you guys need to go somewhere else, because $15 to have a multi-millionaire break down what he looks for and how he trades before getting into a trade and while he's actively dealing with the trade in any type of market conditions is definitely worth a while, and at $15 is a steal. So I hope to see you guys there. This class is going to be one of those that you're going to get a ton of value and a ton of worth, and for you serious traders, this is a must-need class. All right, guys, and that's the video. Listen, come check us out on the Traders War Room Discord. It's the one-stop shop for all traders and investors. We don't care your experience level, man. There's a place at our table for you to come eat, join, conversate, and learn, grow, and share together. So come check us out today. Remember, at Traders War Room, we look at the stock market like a war zone. Stocks and sectors, those are our battles. We're doing it together as a team. Attack, conquer, and destroy, and always, always, always go to war. Now, if that sounds good and you're ready to rock it with us, then all I got to say to you is follow me and let's go to war together.